Okay, Survivor Thailand, known as one of the most disgusting seasons of Survivor for its ickiness. Specifically with with the whole Grindgate thing, with Ted and Gandia, plus the ickiness of Brian Heidick. I mean, the only positive things are, well, Rob Zabachnik, who's in this cast, as you can see right here. So, at least he's good. So, other than him, I have April from Big Brother 6, Ben from Hell's Kitchen 5, Charlotte from The Amazing Race 5, along with Chip. Danny is also from Hell's Kitchen 5, Diane from Big Brother 5. I felt bad for Gandhi, because of all the shit she went through. Helen was fine, the least egregious. Jake was a bright spot. Jake G, I remember from MasterChef 1, he was pretty much like a mini Graham Elliott. Nokomis is there, so... And then there's Ken, who was pretty much a pretty decent dude. Paula is a well-known, beloved runner-up. Rob Z, even though he was kind of part of the against, he was probably like... I guess he had like a character growth, so kudos to him. Robert was a fan favorite, and he was probably the first Hell's Kitchen contestant to go 5 and 6. And of course, another bright spot in Sheehan. So let's begin. And I'm not gonna go through the whole picking. So I'm gonna have to like get straight to the tribe. And here we have Chewy Gun, Charlotte, Danny, Gandia, Jake B, Ken, Paula, Rob, Sheehan, and then on Sukchai we have April, Ben, Chip, Diane, Helen, Jake G, Nokomis, and Robert. And Chewy Gun wins first. So let's. I gotta turn this on really quickly. I usually want to see, like, I tend to forget to turn this on, so. So, Gandia versus Sheehan. Danny and Sheehan get along. Charlotte and Ken have a fight. Charlotte is known for getting into fights with people, like really alpha males. So now we have Jake B, Ken, Rob Z, and Sheehan. Shame this wasn't an actual alliance in Survivor 5, but I digress. Sukchai, Ben versus April, Jake G versus Robert, and April versus Diane. And let's see, it's between Helen and April. Let's see how it goes. And just like that, April's gone. Yeah. Jake G. I don't know why Jake G voted for April to stay, but I digress. Sukchai wins this time. Ken and Rob get along. Bromance. Although Rob leaves the alliance. So it's between Paula, Sheehan, Gandia, Charla, Rob, and Jake B. Between Paula and Rob. And bye-bye, Paula. It's a shame because I actually do like Paula. Although, her personality is more like the serious Hell's Kitchen chef. And I think I was okay with either her or Danny winning. Because they were both pretty decent competitors for against each other. Okay. Oh, the attack zone. And this time Rob doesn't choke somebody. I have a candidate theory. I think Rob... Who would Rob choke? I'm curious. I think Rob would choke. Only Danny and Robert. I think Rob would choke Robert and they'd get into like a fist fight. So now it's between Diane and Jake G. That is Diane fare not well, so see you, Diane. Oh, and alright, so let's see who's next. Sukchai wins. Ken versus Rob, Charlotte, and Jake B. So it's between Danny, Gandhi, and Charla. And we lose Gandia. It's a shame because I actually thought that It's a shame that Ganya went out fourth again, but maybe if she didn't have that Ted thing happen to her, then I don't think she'd win, but I think she'd go pretty far, so I feel really bad for Gandhi. I hope she's doing all right in life. Alright, so who mutinies? Danny and Ken. Ooh, Joey Gun's down by 4. Let's just why would you mutiny at this point? Danny I sort of get because he has a pre-game relationship with Ben and Robert, but why would Ken mutiny? Makes no sense. Okay. It's mainly so it's Rob and Charlotte, and Rob's gone. And it's a shame to see Rob go this early. Well, he could have offered more to the table. Well, Chuigon went with only 3 people. Who would have thunk? So let's see. Between Nicholas and Chip. And Chip. Well, I have to give Chip this. He was the one to take out TKO Colin and Christie. Because Chip is practically the opposite of Colin. I think according to him, and I quote, the only way to beat Colin and Christie is to think like Colin and Christie. So yeah, Chip, shame to lose Chip this early, and obviously fake merge. Of course, Subjai wins with a bunch of people, so it's between Charlotte and Shan, and who is Jake cut Charlotte. And it's a shame to lose her, but it's a shame to lose either of them. But blame Ken. He's the one who jumped ship. So, Chuigon wins with only 2 people. So between Ken and Jake G. And Ken gets rewarded as the traitor deserves. And now we merge. I just realized Danny's the only one who mutinies, but at least when okay, so here's my thing. Danny made the right choice to mutiny in this simulation, which, if you're gonna mutiny to a pre-game relationship, then that's fine, but you need to make sure you have backing. Otherwise, you'll look suspicious. Jake B wins immunity, so let's see who goes. And more of an alliance forms. There's probably bets on in here. So between Nokomis, Helen, and Ben, let's see. And tie between Nokomis and Helen. And we lose Helen, who's the second member of the jury. Start for Ben, and Jake flipped to Helen. Nokomis wins this time. Oh, and Ben gets medevaced. I just realized this is the first ever medevac I've had in this series. Rip Ben. Jake G wins immunity between Robert and Shan. And they vote out Shan. And comments the last girl, which is surprising. Jake G wins. It's between Jake B and Robert. And it's Jake B who's a gunner. Jake G wins immunity. Oh dang. So Danny turns on Robert. Well, then again, I think he'd get his vote anyway. And plus, I don't think Danny wants to risk a tie and going to rocks. Jake G wins again. Between Danny and Nokomis. It's Nokomis. So Danny versus Jake G. Who wins? Well, Danny wins. He gets... Everyone's vote except for Nokomis and Shan, who like Jake G. And then again, Danny is known to be pretty cocky, so maybe that rubs people the wrong way. And Chip wins fan favorite. So yeah, that was Survivor Thailand. Get ready for the Amazon, which is rather, I have to say, pretty decent. Take care.